Well, welcome back to Ouachita Mountain Living. Hopefully I have part of the answer to my flooding problems, and I wanted to open this up with you guys so we can check them out together, formulate a plan, see if they're even going to work. But I have a feeling this might be the answer. Cut your leg off, man. Alright. Is my day going to start out like this? You girls coming to help. Be careful. Let's go cut puppy dog ears. I don't even know if you're even in the picture. Alright, what we have. Let's get them out of here. You guys are just naturally nosy. Did you know that, Telly? Let's pull one of these dudes out. Okay. Now, this is not a product review. I paid for these. This is part of my flood control problem that I'm going to deal with. Okay. What these are is they're like drains. You know, has a lid on there. You're supposed to be able to drive over these with the car. And they are pretty stout. Let me see how they come apart. Okay, this is an end cap. Now, what these end caps can do, you can take plumbing, PVC pipe, I guess any one of these sizes, and instead of having a whole string of these, well, then you would put one and then go maybe run 4 feet of pipe, 4-inch, 3-inch, whatever PVC pipe, so the water would drain into one and it would travel through all of them. So what that allows you to do is, like when I did the French drain, one long continuous hole, well, you would still need to dig that hole, but you would need these next to each other, so you're connecting them in series. The water's going to fill up, it's going to flow through to the next one, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool. I will say, man, these things are pretty stout. They also have a hole in the bottom and a hole in the side that I have to read on how to punch them out. I guess you drill them out. I don't know. I think they're going to work, though. How do you get this lid off? So there's 5 of them. 1, 2, yep, there's 5 of them, and they're, I don't know, almost 4 feet long. So I think I'm going to go along, start way up there by the dog apartment. We'll go up there in a second. I think all I'm going to do, I was hoping there'd be some holes. Actually, I can drill a hole through here, dig a hole, put these down where they're flush with the ground, fill them in with gravel, I think, and then drill a couple holes through these legs and run some rebarb through it so that they're going to be in there solid. But man, these things are strong. Pretty stout. I bet you could drive a car. I'm not going to drive that truck over it. That's what they look like. Now, I have to look into why one end's open and one ain't. Maybe there's end caps. I don't know exactly what you got to do with them, but I do know that. Let me see if there's other caps in here. There's not even instructions in here, man. Not that I read those anyway. But I think these are going to be the answer. Now the nice thing about having this side thing is, okay, say I get to the end over here, then I can run some pipe out, a drain pipe or whatever. I think these are going to work. Let's go on over here and I'll show you about what the plan is. Okay, so this hole where I got that little makeshift ditch, we're going to actually start up here in the yard. I'm going to dig right there, because this is a very bad spot that floods. All the water funnels, it's like a bowl, funnels right to here. So I may put 2 here. Okay, put one up a little further, one here, or straddle this fence. I may just remove this whole part of the fence and fit. Well, hello, Lily. Yeah, you're going to help with the planning. Okay. Anyway, so where it'll drain here, because this is where it's starting. This is where everything is starting. It's flowing to this corner. You can still see there's water there. So it'll drain into here, and then anything that comes down this hill, which it does, will also drain into there. Now, where I have this ditch, I believe is where the French drain is, because I did see some of the weed mat that I used with the French drain. So I'm going to leave it where it is and probably go in front of it. I can't really go up that way because I've got concrete where I put the poles in. There's big chunks of concrete there in the way, but I am still going to fill this in with concrete. So we're going to dig all that up anyhow, and then I'm not going to be able to do this for probably a month until it starts drying out for the summer, and then it's going to be hot. But I got to get it done because you know, we have had monsoon rains the last few weeks and nothing has got in here now. This ditch does the job, but it's going to need to be more permanent. So we'll run along the front here. This is an area that always builds up with water, so, and actually the French drain curves around right here. It's just not keeping up. It is not keeping up, and it just needs more. So it'll probably come on the other side. I don't know. I can order more of them. For 5 of those was $159, I believe. But we're going to see how they work. I'm not going to buy any more till I see that these will work, and I can't see any reason why they wouldn't. Now, for the stuff that comes off the roof, it's been going right into that. So that tells me when I do put the guttering up, I'm going to have to build out a little eave there and attach it to. That tells me that's going to cure that issue. So these are what I have. I will film when I'm installing these. I'm going to watch some videos, and you know, but the nice part is you can connect them with 4-inch pipe or whatever, and they're pretty deep, so that's going to hold a lot more water than that ditch is holding. I mean, they're pretty deep. Where's the end of it? Yeah, that's going to hold a lot of water, so that will be nice. The only other solution was, you know, to dig out the ditch, make a concrete thing. And I am digging all this down lower, but it's still not going to ever prevent all this water from flowing this way. We're always going to have that. Yes, I do plan to build a retaining wall, but I mean, come on, I'm not going to build a retaining wall all the way down. So all I really need to have to do is just be able to control what flows down here. And proper drainage is it. Now, if you guys remember when I was first putting the garden and stuff in here, I must have 3-4 inches of gravel under all this dirt. So digging in here isn't going to be too bad, but you still have the clay. That's the big problem over here, is the clay that's underneath there. Water does not drain well with clay. But we have fixed that problem in there. No more water in there. I'm digging down more here, getting it away from this foundation, you know, and maybe slope it. I don't know, man. It's just nothing more aggravating when you see every rain we're getting. Every single one of them are monsoon rains. It just doesn't rain normal. It kind of rained normal yesterday, but you had bursts of just monsoons, and that's all and so I got to plan on that. That's what we're going to have from now on for the rest of my life, is monsoons, and I don't want to have to worry about that. So we're going to get these things out. Pretty cool things, yeah. And then get all this sandbags, and this metal is not, if you're new to the channel, this metal is not on here permanently. The only reason that metal is there is to keep the mud from splashing up onto my new T111. When we get the guttering up, that's not going to be a problem anymore. I can take the metal off. It's just laid up there just to keep it clean. And then we're going to finish trimming all this out, get everything good. So, all right. Well, you girls are going to probably be cooped up today. Yeah, because it's going to rain for a little while. And tomorrow too. I know. It's all it does anymore, but it's spring. But it should be over soon, and then we'll have hot weather. Yeah, and then you'll be stuck under the shed because you guys like to go there when it gets hot. Yeah. I don't know whether I'm feeding my chickens or the wild birds because they're all in the trees over there watching. So what I've been doing, I don't fill the birdhouses in the summer, but I'm tossing a little bit over there where they can see it. But it don't work. I get these mourning doves in here, and every day I'm opening that door, either catching them with my hands or walking them out the door because they're just too stupid. They can't figure it out. My chickens are all broody right now, even though they're really, they're laying a few eggs. They're not coming out. Alright. No, that bird seed is not for you. She'll go over there and start eating it up. You're not a bird dog, Tilly. You're not a bird dog. You're just not. Just a dreary, dreary Sunday morning. But it's warm. Really can't complain about the temperatures this year. I remember when I built this addition. Oh my God, the end of April, it was in the 90s already. And we've hit that I think once already, but it hasn't been bad. The humidity's not been out. So it hasn't been bad at all. And I mean, other than a few bad storms, can't really complain. Ah, the old garden stuff. I found this thing in the junk pile. This was part of the sand system of the well I removed when I got the well working again when I first bought the place. But thinking I'll use that as a rain catchment for when I have a garden again, maybe next year. It's too late now. I don't have time this year. But that could be part of the water catchment and help save some rainwater for the plants. I'll tell you. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we have a plethora of metal products. If anybody's interested, comment below if there's anything you'd like to buy here. I got some old rusty barbed wire, some old fence, yeah, some old dishwasher trays, some hardware cloth, yeah, got some old wheels, yep. And look at that. You could use that to barbecue something on. I'm sure you could. We got this nice hefty rack and big old aluminum satellite dish, solid aluminum. Yeah, that's gonna be worth something. That's an old pack rat nest in there. It comes with the satellite dish, pre-made rat nest. Yeah, you don't see that every day, do you? Don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to this. I might rent a ditch witch or something, a backhoe, something. Get this thing cleared out. Do need to get my new pole saw out, cut some of these limbs down. I don't want them up in my bake. These are up in my bake. Yeah, there's probably a few more. I did go around and hit some of these trees when I first got it. Bought one of them Greenworks electric ones. It works pretty nice. I'm happy with it. But when you got all these trees like this, there's a lot of maintenance involved. Yeah. You gotta wonder sometimes what was going on when it was a youngster. It started growing up and then it said, hey, maybe there was a big tree in front of it. I want to go this way. Nope, go back up this way. Nope, let's go that way. And it keeps doing it. Where's this tree going to end up, man? Is it going to be way over here by the time it's 60? I don't know. It's got a dead limb on it. Yeah. And this tree here is in about the same. I was going to cut it down. It's got leaves on the top, but half of it's dead. So it probably ain't long for the world either. Oh no. You just think you're all that in a handbasket with your new hairdo, don't you? Yeah. Look at your big old spots that you got. Yeah. I bet people didn't know you had black spots, but you are a long-haired Jack Russell, so that explains that, right? Hey, we're talking to you. Gotcha. All right, it's getting ready to cut loose, and I've got that new camera sitting out there, so I better hurry up and get my butt hightailed in the house. Pretty nice out though. Hey, any day close to June that isn't 90 degrees, I'll take it. Take a look around. Yep, clouds are coming down. Birds are chirping, making all the noises they make. But it's a good day to go in and paint the dog apartment, and that's what I'm gonna do. Does that sound like a plan, Tilly? Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy trails.